Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today it is time for the roar. Presumably it's time for the roar. We received a message that the roar will be soon, and when it happens, gosh, we have just a flurry of things to do. I'm not exactly sure how best to handle it all, because like, we're gonna have to defend the forge in some way, probably. I don't exactly know what that area even looks like. It's possible that there are neutral armies that might deal with Goldtooth, and in fact that may be what happened last time. But I feel like we should probably go up there, but I don't know if that's a thing that we have to do with our legendary lord, or if we can maybe send Falco to do it. But also, this thing is happening. And on top of it, this thing is happening. So I'm not really sure what the play is. I wish I'd been paying more attention to this area during previous roars, because I don't feel like I know where the portals spawn down here. I would like to see if it is possible for us to defend against Grease's Goldtooth with Falco's army, because I think we saw messages indicating that you can only go to the realms with your legendary lord, right? But I don't know if that's the case. Gosh. I really don't know what to do. What I'll tell you is I really feel like life would be a lot easier if we had a third army. So we could try to put together a third army at the Tower of Crack. What would let's take a look at the math on that. If we started a new army, our total army upkeep would increase by 300 plus the base upkeep of the unit, plus obviously everything else in the army. And our income looks pretty bad right now, but okay, none of these armies are raiding. But at the very least, the ogre army down here is raiding us. So like,
I serve only the great war.
Maybe the play here is have Falco run out and attack Scrag. And provided that we win that battle, gosh, I hope, then we use the money from winning that battle to start financing the creation of another army near here. I mean, like, it's going to be a pretty thin force. We can't really afford very much, but we don't necessarily need a huge army because we have like very strong garrisons. We just need like a little supplementary force to be able to initiate battles, and that might be a plan. That might be doable. Okay, this is still not a real problem. I think this is the move. I think Falco attacks Scrag, and we try to bring this home. This makes their units tired, right? No, it does not. Okay, I think for some factions, raiding makes your units tired. It may be the case that the ogres... Yeah, see, the ogres have a stance called foraging instead of raiding, so I bet this is different than normal. Okay, well... Plus, running them off will return some of our income to us. So, yeah, let's do it. We may end up regretting this. I mean, Falco probably doesn't have time to sail up to the tower anyway, right? These units are right here. Yeah. So actually, maybe what I want to do is recruit in the Forbidden Citadel, so that if these armies run forward and take the tower, we don't lose the recruiting. Okay, sorry. It's a lot of like theoretical planning for a theoretical future. Let's go rock some ogres with a chainsword. Okay, well that's an unacceptable result, obviously. Do they have anything that we can steal? Looks like these units are all too fancy and powerful. Okay, we could steal a unit of Noblar Trappers. Terrible expendable ranged units who have bad stats, but you know what they are is numerous. We could steal their standard. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the Noblar Trappers. Out of curiosity. Well, you know, if we take the auto-resolve now, at least we don't lose the exalted pink horrors. But, like, my Cornate Warriors are pretty important to me. Let's just go ahead and fight the battle. We haven't really had much experience with ogre armies yet. I suppose it'll be a good idea to get hands-on here for when we potentially have to engage with Grease's Goldtooth. We have no idea what any of these units do. So we're going to maybe take a second at the beginning of the battle and just have a quick look at them all. I'm actually really curious about the mechanics of the Ogre Kingdoms. So it looks to me, these are siege units. These are big guns of some kind. It looks like a lot of just like very large melee infantry though. Okay, we're not given vision of them yet. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Yeah, let's have a look. So we got these ones. Ogre bulls with iron fists. What is the meaning of iron fist? Okay. So the thing they're wearing on their arm gives them effectively 35% shield. That's pretty cool. When attacking braced charge defenders, they only lose half of their charge bonus instead of the full thing. That's pretty neat. So they're kind of cavalry. That's cute. They have real cavalry back here, Morn Fangs with great weapons. So big bonus versus large. Wow, yeah, pretty big. And that's the same thing over here. Here's the cannons. So range 200 is longer than a lot of normal ranged units, but it's not like siege range. Right, our soul grinders are 360, so. They do have a proper catapult here, a Noblar scrap launcher with proper siege range and everything. Collision attacks. Huh. What a strange trait for a for a siege weapon to have. Does it have... No, it has like a reasonable amount of ammo. I was thinking like maybe if it was like a one-shot weapon, you charge into battle with it afterward. Okay, so I mean this stuff seems mostly pretty straightforward. Man-eaters got their ogre charge and they just like big units with good melee attack and good melee defense. Yeah, all right. I think I get the idea here. It's just an overwhelming force kind of thing. And then they got some stone horns that look extremely cool. +47 melee attack with +20 bonus versus infantry is definitely scary. Yeah, those are gonna be a rough. The halberds versus those things is gonna be interesting. Okay, so let's pull our cav. Not really sure how I want to do this because they also have siege weapons. And in fact, they have siege weapons with better range than my siege weapons. I guess one thing we can do is we can try to play in the forest as much as possible. How is it that you are visible there? Okay, get in the damn trees. I'm a little worried that they're close enough that they might be visible on the approach.
The debauched ones!
I'd like to put them more over here, but it's damn white box is in a really awkward spot. Yeah, I think my move might be we play most of our units in the trees where the enemy ranged units can't even see them. I don't know if the soul grinders and stuff won't be able to hide though.
Serve the ogres!
The Noblar trappers can go in here. I got a couple of flying units who should not be near the trees because we don't want any errant fire aimed at them to accidentally hit the real troops. The real troops. You know what I mean, the other troops. All right, pull you all the way back and then put you actually quite far forward and just open fire. My hope is to draw them all into a big charge that we can break over here. All right, let's see. They don't have a ton of traditional ranged, so maybe it's a good idea for the Lord of Change to run up and try to get some work done. The scrap launchers don't necessarily seem great against us. That wasn't much of a hit. Okay. What do I want to try to stack damage on the most? What am I most concerned about? Probably not the ogre bulls. The stone horns probably, part of this is that like these things are good. This portal thing is good, but it's only going to do so much damage because it's like the reason we see it do a ton of damage against normal enemies is that it's doing a certain amount of damage per figure multiplied by the number of figures in the unit. It's going to be less effective against ogres for sure, but I do think we have to at least try it. Casting has begun. We can back out now. Yeah, wow. I mean, it's still damage, but it's a lot less effective. Fire at these ones, I guess? Can't help but notice that we're not shooting. Okay, maybe they had to move up to compensate for the height difference. Yeah, a lot of our tools here less effective than usual. Ogres is tough. Who would have thought? Now, the good news is they're separating a lot of their units from the Noblars. Not everything though. They're keeping some stuff back, so we can't just drop Chaos Furies on them. I may go ahead and do it anyway. Yeesh, technically a wizard, but he still has 60 melee attack and 50 melee defense. The other thing we could do with the Chaos Furies, of course, is just try to have them be a distraction somewhere. The Lead Belchers actually don't have awesome combat stats. We could maybe get some work done against some Lead Belchers. Yeah, let's see about causing a distraction here. Try to break their force up as it approaches. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's talk about the plan. So some kind of spell is being cast over here. You're just gonna move away from that. And do I want to start moving my stuff out to the side? I mean, the Soul Grinder should be pretty good against the Stonehorn. Yeah, its attacks are armor piercing, but the stats are slightly in our favor, I think. Only 33 melee defense gives me a lot of hope. And then, so we want to bait this stuff into attacking. I don't know exactly what I want to do with you all just yet, but I do think you're probably faster than anything the enemy has. So yeah, I'm going to run the proper cavalry out to this side. We'll see about just basically giving the enemy the opportunity to make a mistake in terms of positioning. I'm going to fall you back because I want you to be able to... They can wrap around quickly for flanks and stuff. And the rest of us, I think, just wait.
This world is a
Okay, get out of there. So these things are specifically anti-large, but we should be able to take them for a ride here because we have quite a lot more speed than they do. And is it time for... We could drop just like another big portal right in the path. I don't know that that's actually going to be very good. We could glean magic off of their wizard if it came forward. Seems like it's content to hide, which I suppose is fine. But maybe I want to save more magic for rot magic. Just keep proccing that healing bonus on everybody. That seems okay. So Horn of Corn it's a relatively large area. 24 is a lot of melee attack. We might actually use that this time. I'm really torn on what I want to do with the flyers. Their ranged troops are not advancing the way I was afraid they might, so we can kind of just stay up here. I think I want the Plague Ridden to be close to the rest of the melee. I don't know what I want to do with you just yet.
Torches, sweet kiss! Surging on.
So their speed is 75 and our speed's 100. We should be outrunning them, but it sort of looks like we aren't, doesn't it? Like we very obviously should be we should be outrunning them by a really significant amount. But they are clearly going the same speed we are, which is very annoying. They're also not really making any attempt to approach us over here, it feels like. Comes. This is where it starts to get real. If they wanna burn a proper cavalry charge on my stolen Noblars, I think that they should be encouraged to do so. The Leadbelchers don't have much in the way of attack. They're gonna fire some big chunky projectiles at us. I'm trying to figure out what the right way to use this approach is, because obviously I don't love being shot here. But if I've got the Leadbelchers turned around like that, I wonder if the smart move is actually to fly Falco over here and introduce them to the chainsword. So they can't make it a bad idea for us to approach with the cavalry while making it a bad idea for us to approach with Falco. They gotta pick one. Okay, Noblars, yeah, just do ranged attacks or whatever. Also eat violence. So these things are quite heavily armored. Is everything here like pretty heavy armor? 100, 122. Oh, the ogre bulls only have 60. So the answer is yes. Even their relatively unarmored stuff is very heavily armored. Well, nothing for it. I guess just like shoot wherever you can. These things don't have shields, at least. Yeah, all right. And we got an anti-large. Their cav as best we can. So I'm gonna try and nuke the charge bonus of as much of this stuff as we possibly can. That thing's probably gonna move out of the area before the spell goes off. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot of them, though. Fly over, because your move is going to be very much about... Your move is going to be very much about coming down on the backside of some enemy. Oh, did Falco... Falco stopped moving, it looks like. Is he being negatively affected by a spell? Potentially. It's hard to say, because there's like 10 billion effects on him. But like, we want him to go fight their wizard, right? They have pretty okay attack stats. We have better attack stats, and we have the chainsword. Actually, our stats are not that different, even. But yes, ours are better. So do we just want to charge their ranged? The Mornfang Cavalry are gonna do some real bad things to us if they catch us. Maybe the play is just continue to run around. Like it feels a little bit bad to have my very powerful cavalry unit neutralized in this way, but also I do wonder if perhaps they're losing more value here than we are. I'm gonna glean some magic off of this nerd. We never get to do this. So our power charge goes way up, their power charge goes way down. Surrender your magic to me. Actually, here's a good thing. We have our Furies up, so do we want to use the Furies to complicate this situation for them somewhat? I do imagine the Furies are not going to hold the Mornfang Cavalry for very long. We could at least use the Furies to distract these lead belchers. And then maybe we make a different move with the Cav? I don't know. They're probably fine. Alright, y'all press the man-eaters from the back. You should be able to run in here and break, yeah, just something. What is most important? These anti-infantry gorgers probably are pretty high value. So we have a unit of Iron Fists trying to flank us out, and there's not really anything that we are going to be able to do about that. I think I might have the Demonettes just ride on this Storm Horn. Because, like, it committed itself to a position where it's vulnerable to this kind of nonsense. I might actually pull... The Nurgle Soul Grinders are not terrible melee combatants. Yeah, they can just stay in over here. You go to melee mode. You go to melee mode. Poisoning a creature with stats that are that high, it's definitely meaningful. And I think I am going to drop the horn, because actually I think we have a really good situation for it here. Let's do it like... This includes most of the front line. Yeah, we don't usually use that one, but I think this is a good time for it. All right, so you got your orders, you're doing your thing, just straight up apocalyptic wizard on wizard combat. I think we're good. The Noblars are doing the thing that we hired them for. Our Lord is getting some good damage in and charging up the meter real fast. Ooh, that's actually an interesting pull. I think we do want to use a fascination here. So these ogres, it seems like they have a lot of glass cannony stuff going on. Right, never mind. Fascination is per figure damage, and it's actually going to be pretty poor in this situation. Well, one thing I am going to do is throw up another Miasma of Pestilence and just like nuke the hell out of a bunch of our enemies' melee attacks. Yeah, that thing's breaking down. We are getting kind of enfolded here, though. We're getting enveloped a lot more than I was expecting. There's just a lot of them. This is what we're going to do with our chargers. I guess let's see what we get out of the level 3 Reign of Chaos reward. Just to give me more magic, I guess. That was a whiff, unfortunately. Get the monster. I do think it is maybe time for a great big regeneration. God, our lord is that chainsword. That chainsword is doing work over here. Yeah, he's not even through his bonus HP, his barrier. That's pretty great. So it seems like ogres are really easy to, if you just get in behind a unit of ogres, they do not take that very well at all. So you've already broken that. Neither one of these are permanent breaks though, so I probably don't want to disrupt them right away, but I think this is definitely a time for the pox. So it's a lot of glass cannon type stuff, it seems like, in this army, that can be very fun to play. Like it requires a lot of skill to play an army like that effectively. Yeah, more and more I am thinking this is the direction we are going for the future. This Stonehorn is getting ripped apart though, and I think we're gonna just let that keep happening. The units on this side of the battle are suffering more. Let's see if we can get the Demonettes out. So one of the Stonehorns is bailing.
Supple servants of Slanesh. Demonettes! There, we flit.
Flame sword. Ready.
Maim!
Get the Scorchers. You're kind of low on health.
Seekers of Slanesh! Decadent Seekers.
Seekers run. They got caught by the Mornfang cavalry, and the thing that I said was going to happen happened. You'll need to run for the same reason. Never mind, everything's fine. Yeah, those Mornfang cavalry, they really do the thing. So that unit of Heartseekers is probably actually dead, it looks like. We did manage to pull them back while some of them were alive, but they probably just scattered to the winds. That's all right. We can do a little bit of recruitment. Falco can pull in the new flamethrower units through local recruitment at a very high speed, probably. So we can at least test those out. I kind of like this army composition, though. If I'm honest, I don't really want to. Maybe we can global recruit some new Heartseekers. It is really nice to have 2 units of super flanky, extremely fast cavalry. Okay, so 5,200 favor, not bad. Yes, they were wiped out. That's a shame.
Invite your destruction.
Oh, that's their legendary lord. I didn't realize. This is actually a phenomenal trait for Falco to have. That's really cool.
Lord of Shame.
Falco himself took essentially 0 damage, so what do we even want at this point? I guess we can finish Glean Magic. We should probably finish Blue Fire of Tzeentch. It's a good anti-large spell. And then, you know, with him being a big flying lord, we have definitely taken a lot of missile damage in some battles. I don't think that's a bad idea.
I am strengthened.
That battle was worth a ton of XP. Okay, what do you need? You do have Arcane Conduit already. Now that you are flying cavalry, focusing up some of the personal attack stuff is probably a good idea. But also, Miasma of Pestilence is actually very good for its cost, so making it cost even less seems wise. And then you already got your missile resist. I might, yeah. Let's go ahead and start focusing on personal combat stats for you. And I mean, obviously, we should finish this army off. If I auto-resolve, it's not going to actually kill any of my units. Yeah, that's probably fine. I'll take the auto-resolve.
This is inevitable.
Okay, the damage was contained.
We are legion.
So we finish them off before they can leave the area, and then we go back home for multiple reasons. Alright, I think that was well worthwhile. So, is it time for personal combat stuff for you? We could pick up Firestorm, but it's hard for me to imagine wanting to use Firestorm when we have Infernal Gateway. So what do we have access to here? We need 6 points to get Seer of Destiny, which is useful, potentially. So buffs for the Horrors, Chaos Furies and Screamers, the Flamethrowers. It's all the Tzeentch stuff. Okay. I mean, we can make good use of Accursed Horrors and maybe Many Colored Fires. I think that's reasonable.
I can now serve better.
So we don't yet have the ability to recruit Exalted Flamers. But we can get a unit of normal ones in one turn. Spawn that have barriers on them is interesting. You usually think of Chaos Spawn as like they are very much a sort of a glass cannon unit. But the barrier... Huh, that's really interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are extremely murderous. Where is the... Okay, so a new unit of Seekers would take 3 turns. Let's just do this. And... do I want to make any other changes? Like, we could fire all of the blue horrors and bring in pink horrors instead. Or even better, we could go even bigger than that. Here, let's definitely do that. Do we want to go to pink, or do we want to go all the way up to Exalted? So you don't lose any numbers going to Exalted. There are still 60 of them. I mean, I don't really want to go anywhere next turn anyway. Unless, what if the portal's open, right? I think the difference is small enough. Let's do this. Hopefully these flamers don't turn out to be bad units. Yeah, let's do that so that that army is basically whole next turn. And then actually, while we're building up some kind of semi-persistent force down here, can we pull another hero? We can. So intelligent, knowledgeable, that one's not bad. Or Keymaster. Oh, that's a pretty cool trait. I want this to be a map hero, though, because I don't know how many portals are going to open in the area, and I definitely want to be able to close stuff. So yeah, let's go for a knowledgeable Vulpus Future Sight rather than an intelligent Vulpus Future Sight. And I know this is to some extent going to what do I actually want you to be good at? Probably assault units, and yeah, this is fine. This is definitely going to harm the amount of money we can put into a potential third army a little bit. All right, who else needs orders? Glixus's army is basically ready to rock. Out of curiosity, though, what if I wanted to get you some flamethrowers as well? 2 turns? I might dump the blue horrors. They just don't feel useful, right? I'm gonna drop these.
These thralls deserve to serve me.
I really wish it didn't reset my position in this box when I did that.
Of conquest.
Okay, Glixus is committing to sitting still for 2 turns. That'll give this time to fall off, so I'm fine with that. And you are supposed to be on your way back to close portals.
In the air.
But maybe we need you over here. I'm actually not going to move her, because there's a portal that'll open right here that we can focus on closing, but if these things advance, we might need her to help draw blood. And then the question is, do we try to start a new army now? Or is it a thing that we wait a turn or 2 on? I really, really don't want to lose the Forbidden Citadel. It's very important that this gets kept, so maybe we just go ahead and do it now. If we did it, what would it be? Well, it might be a good idea for it to be a Herald of Nurgle, since this is going to be an army that's going to be recruited largely out of Nurgle units, just because of what's easily available in the area. So, Confidence not bad. Fomenter's kind of crummy. The Lore of Death has some okay spells, but I think I would prefer the Lore of Nurgle. So I think we're going with Grand Vomitus here. Lovely, as ever. Please be inside the settlement. Take Route Marcher, of course. And then magic stuff, probably. And you're going to be the wizard for this army, so yeah. So we can bring in some units from our allies. Who else can we recruit from? It's Poxmakers. Okay, we're not doing anything with that allegiance. So this will help us build the army up a little bit faster and without having to spend current gold on recruitment. Go ahead and grab a unit of Exalted Plague Bearers and then like a unit of normal Plague Bearers, maybe? Or we're allowed to get monsters or Nurgle Cav. Nurgle Cavalry is not a bad idea. Yeah, specifically anti-infantry. I'm actually pretty torn. I wish I had the resources for 2 of these, because that's what I really want. It's 59, and we gain 2 per turn, so we can't wait on it. I'm going to take the Plague Toads. Thank you. Thank you for the help. And then I mean, I may as well get a Great Unclean one, since we're here in the place where those are cheapest to get. And one of these. And then we'll just pull some easy, basic infantry units in through here, like some or some horrors to give the army some more traditional ranged. We're going to be sitting for 3 turns. I don't think I want to take it to 4 for this. Go ahead and grab one of those. And actually, out of curiosity, do I have different allied recruitment capacities with each? Ah, I do. Okay, so we can get some Cornet units in here as well. I mean, go ahead and grab a unit of halberds, right? Like, this is just a broadly useful dude. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That force is going to be expensive. I mean, that's our whole income right now that we're spending. We're just going to have to win some battles.
I'm cold. Can you tell?
You probably stay right where you are. Yeah. Are there... No, there are not really, like, shipwrecks or anything near Grand Vomitus. That's a shame. There is stuff in the water, but it's on the other side of the tower. I don't know. I don't know how we'll manage. I really, really hope that Falco can defend the Forge of Souls, because we need Iglixis to go get the 4th soul, right? Sure. I'll take allegiance with the Poxmakers of Nurgle. That's actually great.
The outlook is snowy.
Give me another one of those. That's what I really want. Okay. So the roar didn't happen. Still hiring units. Vulpus can go make us some money by raiding. We haven't done much raiding yet, but it is a thing we have access to. What is our rating stance? Does it provide immune to most attrition? So yeah, we want to raid in a region that we reckon is pretty valuable. Zoishenk is not. Maybe we ride over here and raid in Norden? How much? I need 25 to... Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. This is what they get. Huh. So I have 29% movement range left. Oh, it lowers movement by 25%. You have to have 50 to do it. Well, then I'm going to go into ambush mode to try not to be murdered. And we're just gonna, next turn, we will start raiding. Unless portals pop up, in which case we will run for portals. Cran needs to draw some blood, if possible. Oh, Cran assassinated somebody. Never mind. Hold on. It did not ask for orders from all of my units. That's a bummer. And then, do we want to do anything with... I'm a little leery of having our other units do stuff that's going to cost us money, because I think that we are in a little bit of a dire spot here. It is interesting that the Ice Court armies didn't move at all. Maybe they're waiting to be backed up by these armies, like waiting for these things to finish recruiting. And then they're just going to 5-stack the tower. They have been embarrassed running nearly that many troops, so I guess it makes sense as a thing they might want to do. This is where our income is going to start looking really, really rough. I'm pretty nervous. I'm pretty nervous about our position. Okay, Taint of Corn finally wore off. Our Cornate units upkeep has gone down, but like, you know, we don't have that many. Still no roar. Huh. Were we lied to? Well, shoot, I was gonna raid. Maybe we should just sack Norden, though? We could do that, right?
A wise choice.
Sack value 4,300 favor. Like, seems like a good idea.
I want to feast.
It says decisive victory. It won't deal any damage to us. Yeah, let's just raid. So 1,200 for the battle. Then we sack it for an additional 43. Found ourselves a cult treasurer. And wow, we got a lot of followers and many traits. Okay, that'll power us for a while. So we're just gonna grab horror upgrades.
This aids my machination.
You're level 19, which is close. It's close to being a good level. You get a lot of play out of the charge bonus on a flying cavalry unit, so I might just want to max out Devastating Charge. An additional 30 charge bonus is very strong. The whole lot of you just run home, probably, from there. Make it all the way back and get the good replenishment. And are we maxed out on attendance? Because we definitely picked some stuff up here. Okay, you are. What about the Plague-Ridden? No, the Plague-Ridden has slots. In fact, sort by, yeah, category, right? Enchanted items. Okay, yeah. The tooltips. There's so much tooltip all the time. You know, I'll just take an Iron Curse. That's fine. Let's look at the ancillaries, though, here. So we just picked up a couple of things. Having a Cult Treasurer plus 10% income from Erengrad seems like a good idea. The Familiar... Oh, yeah. Sure. The Zealots are a lot less exciting, generally. I think I will not even bother to equip them. Wait, did you not? You just decide that I was not right about the enchanted item I tried to give you? Take. Good. Okay. Whew, even our good replenishment isn't really that good here, apparently. Alright, Iglixis is ready to rumble, and I don't think we really want to do anything with Iglixis is the thing. We could come down here and threaten the Baleful Prince. Yeah, you know what? That's a source of money too.
Stragglers will be slain.
And we can still from here turn around and hit the portal that appears there if portal's open next turn. The Ice Court armies actually backed off. Well, that's pretty phenomenal for us. How do we best take advantage of this? I mean, continuing to attack people obviously has value.
An ice witch bows to no one.
But it's probably not worth going after Spartak because his units are standing on their own territory. They're on the other side of the river. So yeah, I guess you're good on that. And I think what I'm going to do here is have you run for the Doom Keep. And Alas is in here somewhere. Alas can fall back to handle this portal. And that way, if they do decide to push across the river, we still have two heroes in the area who can jump them. All right, Grand Vomitus has one more turn of recruitment going, and I'm a little leery of adding more bodies to this army, but it's certainly not like a functional force yet. So the Forsaken of Nurgle are 196 each. We could just throw a lot of Nurglings in there. It feels like the thing to do is normal Plague Bearers, right? Are those not available? Wait. Why do I have Exalted Plague Bearers but not normal? You give me recruitment of Nurglings. Oh, weird. Exalted Plague Bringers are on this building, but the normal Plague Bringers would then be on the red building, the small tier basic. Yeah. The Exalted Plague Bringers are also available on this one. Weird. Super, super weird. I mean, we could just sit still and hire another couple units of Exalted Plague Bearers, but I do want to be able to move. I guess. Maybe I just fill our ranks with Nurglings? They're very bad units, is the thing. The Forsaken of Nurgle at least like have Frenzy and can be useful in a flank. They are slow, but I don't want to increase the upkeep cost of this army by too much, though. Maybe I'll grab one more unit. Just fill up local recruitment. And then from here, we'll move to the tower, and maybe we'll just sit in the tower with like 9 units or whatever. And if it looks like more stuff's, if it looks like more stuff is incoming, we can run more recruitment then. We'll be operating at a slight loss for now. But I don't think it's so bad. And yeah, I kind of don't want you to do anything. Out of curiosity, how's this force feeling? Okay. Peace is actually potentially doable. It's interesting that they won't give us peace for any amount of money, though. We're like very close. What if I join your war against someone? Oh, they're only at war with people I'm allied with, though. Well, I mean, of people that I'm not currently at war with. So yeah, I can't really do anything for them on that front. I'm not allowed to threaten them. I guess I'm just not going to be able to do anything. Yeah. That's a shame. I kind of wanted to not have to watch my back. But if they're not willing to chill out on this, then we can continue to use their city as a piggy bank, basically, which is fine, too. So we're not going to have you do anything, and I think we're just going to end the turn. How's Ehrengrad's... Okay, we're way off of being able to upgrade to tier 5. It's interesting that this is not the correct building line. That's weird. Alright. I'm feeling a little bit more secure. I can't believe the portals just haven't spawned.
Perhaps the ravening ogres can be of use in my...
Oh, wow. Something changed during their turn. Maybe they lost another big battle or something. I will absolutely take this peace treaty. That's amazing. Yeah, maybe they lost an army during their turn or something, and they reconsidered the math. Oh, both of my... Huh. And the portals still haven't spawned. I think maybe we're in a bugged state here? Okay, we need to sit still for one more turn, but we may as well do it in garrison stance. Because you can stand still in march mode, and it makes your troops still tired, even though you didn't get any benefit out of being in march mode. Yep, they just have 2 agents run up here and flawlessly... Huh, well, that's annoying.
Such decadence.
I think we do still run our mistress up here to close up these portals, but... Yeah, they still might press us. It could be a problem. This army is quite expensive to run.
Demon Prince.
Alright, you did not have the wherewithal to flee, and so I shall punish you. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Annihilate them in my name.
There is no universe where we would have taken anywhere near that amount of damage, but also 5,200 favor.
Chaos incarnate. Go forth, my thralls.
Okay, we'll be fine. We should not have taken anywhere near that amount of damage, but we'll be fine. I guess Falco can sit still for a turn. We figured this out already. It does seem like Anton Torsky is properly building up a force. Yeah, this is going to be an awkward time to be short 2 heroes. Let me guess, the portals spawn now that both of my agents have died? It's possible that it might be smart for us to take fast forward off.
Better to be by my side than in my path.
What is your deal? You would pay me $1,200 to declare war against. This is the faction I just got a peace offer out of? To join your war. Is that a diplomatic betrayal? I'm gonna say no for the moment. The Savage Blow, charge bonus is up. These Ice Court armies are on the move, but it's not clear to me what they're doing. Let's go stand over here, I guess.
Kislev's fallen champion.
Yeah, I'm starting to become concerned that maybe something's really broken.
In the air, let us saunter.
So Glixis' army is going to be fully healed next turn. Falco can... Maybe Falco is what they were thinking. They're going to come down here and try to take Erengrad from us. It's not a terrible play on their part. We might be able to lay a trap for them, get some good play out of that. Unfortunately, they cleared the forest away from Erengrad completely, so we can't get the good ambush chance.
Blasphemy! Blasphemy! I serve Ursan!
So Kastaltin and Katarin are both headed here. We're probably just going to have to abandon Erengrad. As much as I desperately need the income that it's producing, I don't know that we can have Falco reasonably fight off all of these forces. I definitely don't think it makes sense to step forward and try to raid this settlement now. But I am in fact going to... Oof, that ambush chance is bad. Let me select my hero. Let's see how they approach. We might be able to get some kind of sneaky something done here. It is unfortunate that we know both of those lords have a tremendous number of anti-hero action skills and stuff. Okay, so Anton Torsky's army doubled in size over the course of that turn. Falco does have Lightning Strike, though, so we might be able to make something happen here. Okay, the rifts are finally open. So, okay, there's a rift right there. There's this one, which isn't too far off. I can't believe that took a whole episode to happen. So they're headed south. Grand Vomitus may not end up being needed at all. Okay, you know what I might do here? I might just... I apologize. This is the thing we've been waiting for and it's happened. But I might just call the episode here because we are about to embark on a grand journey, possibly a grand misadventure through these portals. And I really think that deserves an episode all to itself. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, hopefully we are going to both acquire a fourth soul and avoid losing the entire damn game. And we'll see you then.